it's Shova from Just Go Places, and today we're going to take a look at the Commodore Hotel in Linden, Tennessee. Where is that, you may ask? It's actually a very short drive from Nashville, Tennessee, and is part of the Nashville's Big Backyard campaign, where there are all these sweet little towns outside Nashville that you should visit for a, small town charm of Tennessee. Okay, Linden, Tennessee, which has an approximate population of 1,000 people, is located about an hour and a half west from Nashville. It is super conveniently located between Nashville and Memphis, and fairly a hidden gem. If you're going that way and on the music route, you will want to stop by this place. It's near the Buffalo River, which flows for 125 miles through Middle Tennessee. This town's got everything you could want for a wonderful weekend away. It's got restaurants, shops, and a historic hotel. So I was lucky enough to talk with the Commodore Hotel owners, Kathy and Mike, who told us about the labor of love involved in bringing this hotel back to life. And the town itself, actually.
Yeah. We noticed this old vacant hotel. It hadn't been running 30 years, but it was an interesting building. And at that point, there were about 15 vacant buildings here on Main Street. And so out of all the vacant buildings, this one stood out. And so after I guess it was kind of a long negotiating process because it was in bankruptcy. There was a lot of issues with acquiring the building. It finally became available, and we bought it just as a real estate investment. It was built in 1939, and it was, at that point, there were 5 hotels in this little town, if you can believe that.
Why?
Well, this was the main thoroughfare between Memphis and Nashville.
Oh.
So before they built the interstates. So we always imagined, like, back in the day there, that Elvis was driving by here, and Johnny Cash was driving through here.
Jerry Lee Lewis, probably.
All those famous musicians. And so that's sort of like how the town evolved, because it was like it was one of the county seats going from Nashville to Memphis.
Right. There was a Greyhound bus station here in the town, just a couple blocks from where we are right now. So it was sort of a bustling place.
By that. It was always a small town, but it was, people didn't travel great distances back in those days.
Yeah. Right.
So this hotel was built in 1939, and it was rebuilt in 2007 completely from the top down. And it's got all the modern conveniences like free Wi-Fi, which is dear to my heart, as well as being situated in historic charm. And it seems to be the all-in-one heart of Linden, Tennessee, because there's a music cafe, a speakeasy bar, and live entertainment. So lots of people come here and hang out when they're in town. The hotel is named after Commodore Perry, who was a hero of the War of 1812. And in fact, the whole county is named after Commodore Perry. I'll let Kathy and Mike tell you about the refurbishment and restoration of Commodore Hotel, and indeed the whole town, which followed after.
Yeah. It took us about a year to renovate it and put it back in service. But there was no real customers because there had not been a hotel here in 30 years, so we had to really build it from the ground up.
Right, but we would see all kinds of people driving through with their boats and things, so we knew that there was this big influx of people, especially on the weekends, coming from cities an hour to 2 hours away roughly, and we would hear that they had homes on the river, or in the winter people had cabins in the woods and things, so we knew that it was a great getaway place, and plus we fell in love with it. Our thought was, if we fell in love with it, then everyone will fall in love with it and want to come here. We did this, and then we noticed other local people started buying other buildings and renovating them and opening shops and things.
And we ended up buying 5 buildings, and we used 4 of them for hotel rooms.
Yeah, Michael worked with some other people in the community to get that started. They started an arts festival that is still going on every spring. Right, this year is the 15th year. started when we had the second highest unemployment in the country, and they were looking.
When we
Yes.
opened our business, the big factory here in town closed, so we opened up this business during the greatest unemployment rate they've ever had here. So
We love the climate. It's beautiful in the winter. That's one of our favorite times of year. We've met amazing people through the hotel. You can rent kayaks from us, and we have some other inflatable boats and things that you can rent or use as a hotel guest. We have a piece of property on the Buffalo River, just a quarter of a mile from the hotel, and real easy to get to. And people are welcome to use that, cook out there, hang out, play in the water. You can do that, all day if you're a hotel guest.
So you've created basically an entire weekend destination, because outdoor activities during the day, and then the speakeasy and evening entertainment.
Yes.
And food.
Yes, right, exactly.
So after a whole day of being outside, you can stay inside.
Yes, in the air conditioning.
Hang out.
Yeah.
people are normally pretty tired at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Being outside tires you out, but it's beautiful. I mean, the river's pristine. There's not a lot of traffic on it, so it's a beautiful setting.
Sounds great.
We have hiking close by.
Right.
We have a state park. We've got another pretty nice trail that goes up to. It's called Ladies Bluff Landing. You walk on this trail. It's not a very difficult trail, but when you get to the top, there's a beautiful vista of the Tennessee River. So it's the small town, authentic Tennessee. Which you don't get that sense necessarily in Nashville. It's a big city now, and it's changed quite a bit because of that. It's evolved. So I think people still like to get out in the country and get on the back roads.
So the hotel has 22 rooms, and it's most of it is upstairs because it's been set over 4 buildings, as Mike and Kathy said. And we stayed in one of the William Wallace rooms. They're so called because apparently Commodore Perry's mom lived with William Wallace, Braveheart himself, as a kid until she was a teenager, because William Wallace was her uncle. How cool is that? So a little bit of family history is thrown in there too. And the rooms are super comfortable and well furnished. As a historic boutique hotel, the rooms are all slightly different in size and appearance, but this will give you a flavor of what it looks like, which is antiques mixed with modern amenities. So the breakfast is included in the room rate, and it's a buffet style breakfast, and lots of healthy options, as well as some slightly unhealthy options. I was surprised by seeing the Dr. Pepper there, but maybe that's a southern thing I don't know about. And you can also have hot breakfast if you would so like, it was all very good. So breakfast is in the same room as dinner. It's the Music Cafe, which obviously also has the live entertainment at night. So it's a multi-purpose space, and I will let Mike tell you about all the talent that comes through this Music Cafe.
I've always been blown away by the talent that we're able to attract here.
Yes.
And Les Kerr tonight, he's from Nashville, so we're driving from Nashville. We have some local musicians, a lot of Nashville musicians come here and play. They love it. It's an intimate setting, and people tip them really well, and they said they enjoy coming here.
So the cafe serves authentic local fare, most of which is sourced locally. It's what you would expect from American fare in the South, which is, fried chicken, and of course, being this close to Nashville, hot chicken and burgers. So the food was excellent, we thought, and we really enjoyed listening to the music as well. Let's listen to the talented Les Kerr.
was a tailor. She sold blue jeans. My daddy he was a gambling man. Way down in New Orleans. Now the only things a gambler ever needs are a suitcase, maybe a big old steamer trunk. And the only time he'll be satisfied is when he's on a drum. From the redwood forest to the ocean water, this land was made for you and me. I roamed and ran, followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond desert, while all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters, this land was made for you and me. As the sun was shining and I was strolling, the wheat fields waving and the dust clouds rolling, the fog was lifting, a voice was chanting, this land was made for you and me. Was a big Hawaiian that tried to stop me, a sign was painted, said private property, and on the backside it didn't say nothing. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, this land is my land. From fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's so good. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Oh, thank you.
So as you can see, we thoroughly enjoyed our weekend in Linden, Tennessee at the Commodore Hotel. It's a world away from the hustle and bustle of Nashville, Tennessee. And if you wanted to combine the city fun of Nashville with the outdoorsy charm of small town Tennessee, this is the perfect spot for you. So I love weekend trips where you feel you've been someplace completely new without actually going very far. It is a perfect place to recharge and rewind to basics. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon for another travel and travel related video. Bye bye.